Michael Myers, The Shape. Who is Michael Myers to you? Oh, it's probably maybe the same, but very, very likely that he could be something different to you than he is to me. I view Michael Myers one of, if not the greatest horror icon of all time, The Shape, the King of Kings, is just his original intent. I try to look at Michael Myers through that original lens, no matter what. And a big, big mistake and a big weakness of mine is getting in heated debates and I guess not arguments, debates on horror and movie views on things, and especially with coworkers. I mean, it's no secret that I'm a big, big horror fan, and I've been getting into some really silly, heated debates with a guy at work about Michael Myers' true original intentions and what John Carpenter, what his original goals for the character were. Not what he became, but what the original intent of what Michael Myers was supposed to be. And that's why I view Halloween 2 as really what slowly but surely did kind of destroy the original intent of the character. A motiveless person who just was out there doing his thing. Dr. Loomis giving us the devil's eyes speech, you know what I mean? It's very, very interesting to hear I don't know if you'd say a casual horror fan talk about Michael Myers, and they go to like what they've seen in Halloween 4, 5, 6 in the Thorn trilogy, or what they saw in Rob Zombie's Halloween, or Halloween Kills, for instance. They saw that more brutal side to him, when you got to realize the only reason that we got that is because of the success of the original Halloween and John Carpenter trying to wrap up the story in Halloween 2, killing him off. But it's very, very hard to talk to another fan who's really, really into it and tries to tell me that Michael Myers always had a motive and he always had reasoning behind what he did, even in the original Halloween, and that, Rob Zombie's Halloween is so much better because of this and because of that, and he's a big, beefier, more muscular, crazy psycho guy. That's what made Michael Myers so much more interesting and really creepy and frightening in that original film. Nick Castle was not a big guy. He was an average, 5'8", 5'9" guy. Just an averagely built dude. He wasn't this monstrosity Richard Brooker, Ted White kind of build like Jason Voorhees. He wasn't a monster. And that's what made it so much more intimidating. It's not the same. George P. with the shoulder pads. It's not the same. Dick Warlock in Halloween 2. A little guy. Like 5'8", something like that. Had the robotic walk. It is what it is, but it's hard when you try to explain to somebody why the original intent of the character works so well compared to what we've gotten over the last 45, almost 50 years. It just doesn't make sense to a lot of people. It makes more sense to me because as a young kid, it was drilled into my head the importance and the intent of Myers as a character, and that motiveless drive, and it was explained that he really wasn't after Laurie. It just what it became after Halloween 2 with the brother-sister story arc and the killing off the bloodline kind of thing. But that original Halloween, he was just that, the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. He was just a crazy dude going after anybody who got in his way. You know, we know he just wanted to get back to his house. He wanted to get in that room and get his eyes out that window. That's what he wanted. It's just so hard when you get into these heated debates with other people and you try to shine that light onto why Myers is the way he is and that original intent of the character and why it's so much stronger, in my opinion, so much stronger than a Freddy or a Jason, that we don't need that backstory. There's so many people that really think, oh yeah, we did get his backstory. Yeah, we did as the series went on, but that original Halloween from 1978, John Carpenter's Halloween, had so much mystery and intrigue behind who the hell is this guy? We had Loomis just giving us what we needed, just sprinkling it on there, telling us what we needed to know, just enough to make it work. And if you can look at it through that lens, if you're somebody watching today who's younger, who has been fixated on the David Gordon Green trilogy, go back and watch Halloween 1978 through a different lens. And you can really, really see what I'm talking about, of why that original intent of the character is so much more promising, so much stronger than what he ultimately became. Because, if you're like me and you've seen every single Halloween movie countless times, you know the ups and downs of Michael Myers and his character. It's pretty sad, but, it is what it is, and we've gotten what we've gotten over the years, It's just, you want to see it grow, and you want change and things like that, but with a character like Myers and the way that original film was set out to just be that Hitchcockian story, that's all we really needed in the end. Yeah, could I live without I could live without the other 12 Halloween movies any day. Is that hard for me to say? Yeah, because I have fond memories and crazy memories and negative memories of basically every single movie in one way or another. But if you think Michael Myers from Halloween Resurrection is a badass, that's fine. I don't personally. I think he's pathetic. H2O, pathetic Michael Myers, in my opinion. It's just no. I can't take it. And seeing Tyler Mane as Michael Myers in the Rob Zombie films, I just can't buy it. I get that Rob Zombie wanted to make it his own and do his thing. Who knows? But Nick Castle is the definitive Michael Myers. James Jude did a great job in the David Gordon Green trilogy. He knocked it out of the park. Definitely is probably taking my second spot. I mean, one day it's going to be Dick Warlock. Next day, James Jude. Excellent job. Excellent portrayal. But Michael Myers' original intent was to be that motiveless, sadistic, mysterious man that you knew nothing about. He was just out there doing his thing. And that is how he is at his strongest, character-wise. And we get everything we need to know from Dr. Sam Loomis. Correct me if I'm wrong. We all have different views. We all have different opinions. And that's what makes it hard when I try to talk to this guy at work about, it's okay that we view things differently, but you're not going to crack me. You're not going to get me to think that Rob Zombie's Halloween, that Michael Myers is a good character. You're not going to ever get me to think that anything other than the original is the way it should have been. It's just because it's, that's how I have been brought into viewing things. It was how I was brought up. It's how I've viewed things. That's how I'm going to stay viewing things. But if you look at things your own way, through your own lenses, that's totally fine. That's what I try to tell this guy and other people via YouTube and on social media, that it's good that we all have different views and likes and dislikes. That's what makes us all unique. But I just needed to get this off my chest. I've been thinking about it for a while, and the other day it got really, really intense and crazy, but it is what it is. And let me know let me know what you think down in the comments below. Who's your favorite Michael Myers? Who's your favorite actor that portrayed the Shape? Your favorite portrayal? You know, maybe your favorite Myers moments, this and that. What kind of a Michael Myers do you prefer? Don't be afraid to tell me. If Brad Loree is your favorite Michael Myers, if Halloween Resurrection is your favorite, if even, what we got in Halloween Ends with Corey Cunningham beating the shit out of Michael Myers in the sewer is your favorite, I don't care. That's fine. We're all here enjoying the same thing, and that's what matters. So just, let me know. It doesn't hurt. If you want to see, I've been thinking about things like this a lot. These unique little conversations and thoughts and arguments that I have, and I got all sorts of stories. But anybody who's been watching me for a good length of time, my views and my likes and dislikes. It's just who I am. So let me know down in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and be ready for more. I like I've said in the past, life's been crazy, but I still want to have fun, especially this time of year. Spooky season is upon us. Fall is here, and I want to be here. I want to be having fun with you guys. Until next time, take it easy. See you soon.